my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. In today's video, your girl is gonna show you how I recreated Meg Thee Style's purple to green hair. Hey boo, welcome back to my channel. I see a lot of people coming through with Cardi's green to purple, and I'm like, what about the pastels that Megan was rocking? I am not no professional, boo, so don't come for me. For the most part, I think I did a pretty decent job, and I just want to share with you in case you're interested in recreating this look as well. Now, before I get started, I want to know, what is your favorite lyric in the song? Drop that in the comments below. If you ask me, when it came to Megan's, I personally like when she talked about
if he ate my ass, he's a bottom feeder.
I don't know what it is about them people that be eating them groceries, girl. And when it comes to Cardi's, I probably would have to go with I want him to touch that dingly ding in the back of my throat. Have it go. I'm like, woo, okay. If she ain't coming through with the lessons for the free, I comprehended that, sis, you ain't giving good fellatio if you ain't getting that thing back there touched. I'm just a messenger. She said it, not me. So without further ado, let's jump on into the how-to portion of this video. Stay tuned, boo. Okay, boo, let's start with the type of hair that I'll be using to make this creation. I was sent this hair from Allie Grace. This is their 613 14-inch straight hair. Inside the box, it included these flyaway lashes. So look at them things. Not for me, maybe for you. And a nude cap. This hair, for the most part, was bamboo. It didn't shed, it didn't tangle. It was silky straight, and I loved it. The hairline, as you can see, did not come pre-plucked. So I did have to go in and tweeze it a bit. This unit did have some flyaways now, and I'll show that later on in the video. I normally like to protect the lace, so I either use Vaseline or Got to Be spray. And this is just to prevent the dye from bleeding onto the lace and changing it to a whole different color. So I'm using the watercolor method to achieve these colors. You'll need you some boiling hot water. Get you a container. You can use your sink, but I prefer not to because I don't want my sink all tinted up. So to achieve the purple pastel color, I chose the Adore Lavender as well as the Adore Periwinkle. Now, I can't tell you specifically how many drops of each to use because I pretty much just eyeball, but I can tell you that I use more periwinkle than lavender. I do realize, based off experience, that the more dye you use, the darker the color would be. The less you use, the lighter it will be. You always want to go in and test the color eye. You could use a white napkin, paper towel. I personally cut off a piece of the hair and dip the hair in because it's a little bit more accurate to me. Because we're doing an ombre, you want to separate the hair that you want to color a different color in, if that makes any sense. So I'm submerging the wig, but I'm only doing the part that I want to do purple. You definitely want to go in and dunk the hair, spread it out, comb it. You don't want to wait till you get to the end and realize, like, damn, I ain't even get all of the hair. So be sure that you're making sure that the dye is being applied evenly to the hair. You see how some of the purple is not on the blonde? Exactly. You have to be sure. I also wanted to mention that I went up a bit further with the green than I wanted to. Megan has more purple than green. So be sure to a little bit lower with the purple than I did so that yours can come out a little bit more accurate. But this is a remake, so it don't have to be spot on. But if you are going for that look, it will be more purple than the green. So I had to make another batch of the purple so that I can go in and color in that blonde. So I'm just repeating the steps that I've already showed you. I'm not sure if you're really paying attention, but I'm not using that much water, sis. First off, my unit is short. And secondly, I'm not coloring the entire wig one color. And just a side note, if you're doing an ombre of one color but in different shades, the first dip is always the most pigmented, is always the darkest. So whatever you want the darkest, you dip that first, and whatever you want the lightest, you dip that last, if that makes any sense. Also, the size does matter, sis. Get your mind out together. I'm talking about the size of the bowl. To equally spread the color throughout the hair, you would definitely need a bigger bowl, especially if you're working with more hair, especially if it's longer hair. So now that I have the color spread it evenly to my liking, we're going to go on to the green shade. Okay, so get your boiling water. We starting over, boo-boo, with the green this time. I chose the sweet mint. I used about 3 to 4 generous amounts of pushes of the bottle. Remember, we doing pastel, so you don't want to use the full container because it's going to get darker the more you use. So be sure to test it along the way. I was pretty happy with that color, so now we're going to go ahead and dip the wig. I did dip a little further up into the purple so that it could gradually change and not have this harsh line. Take your comb throughout the hair. You want to be sure that the color is applied evenly and on every piece of blonde. I noticed that there was still some blonde streaks throughout, so I had to remake this formula and take the wig and dip it back and dip and dip and dip until it reached the color of my liking. Next, you want to get some of this Shimmer Lights shampoo. This is pretty much like a toner, but for hair. This, in my mind, calmed down some of the coloring to make it a little bit more pastel-like, as you can see here. At this point, your girl just blow drying the hair out. Remember I talked about them flyaways? You can see them real good right up in here. But I'm also going to insert what I use to tame them. Sis, I do not bother with bleaching or tinting my lace anymore. I just use my Sally Hansen spray and it does the job quick, fast, in a hurry. At this point, I'm pretty much just curling up the unit. I did glue down the wig. I didn't show that part in the video. But sis, when I tell you that this lace gave me pressure, it was not that what lace, butter lace, meltdown lace, transparent lace, whatever y'all call it, is not beginner friendly in my opinion. I had a time trying to blend it in. So buyer beware.